Here in this Google map, we'll see the spread of the avian flu virus over a period of about a decade. This is just one example of a virus that's been able to not very effectively make the leap from animals to humans. The fear is that a virus might use an animal vector like a pig or a bird and easily be transmitted to humans, with the humans transporting themselves from one country to another very easily on airplanes and cars and other vehicles. The transmission of a virus from one part of the world to the next becomes very, very simple. Currently in North America, we are experiencing an epidemic. This Google Earth map here shows the intensity of flu viral infections across the world. Notice the color relationship and the color on the map. If you do a Google search on the news for North America, you'll see that both United States and Canada are experiencing epidemics of flu outbreaks. Once a virus has infiltrated a cell, they usually replicate themselves. This may happen immediately, or the viral genes may lie dormant for a period of time before any changes occur to the cell. Two patterns of replication in bacteriophages, known as lytic and lysogenic cycles, have been thoroughly studied. In the lytic cycle, the phage attaches itself to the host cell and injects its DNA. The host cell's enzymes and synthesis machinery make copies of the viral DNA and viral proteins. The viral proteins and nucleic acids then assemble themselves inside the host cell, making many copies of the original infecting virus. Once there are anywhere from 20 to 500 copies of the virus, the host cell can no longer hold them, and so it bursts open, releasing hundreds of new viruses. These offspring then infect new host cells and repeat the cycle. In the lysogenic cycle, the viral genes are incorporated within the host cell's DNA. Each time the host cell reproduces, the viral DNA is copied along with the host's DNA. Occasionally, the viral DNA separates from the host DNA and starts a lytic cycle. At this point, new phages are made and released. Cold sores or fever blisters are a typical example of a virus that can undergo either a lytic or lysogenic cycle. People with this disease will display blisters around their lips or nose for a short period of time before they disappear. At this point, the virus is undergoing a lytic cycle. Once the lip area heals, it may be another month or year where there is no sign of a viral infection. Emotional or physical stress is often a trigger for the viral genes to switch into the lytic mode, and a cold sore may appear at any time. Once a person has this disease, they have it for life, as a herpes simplex virus reproduces every time the host cell reproduces. Viruses were only recently discovered due to their incredibly small size. In this graphic here, you'll see the eukaryotic cell, your animal cell. You'll see a bacteria cell, which is much, much smaller. And then you have your virus, which is incredibly small. Now, there are many diseases that have been attributed to viruses. As small as they are, they do pack a big punch. Check out some of the emerging diseases from the CDC, the WHO, and the Government of Canada websites. Hantavirus, a recent outbreak in Yosemite in the past year, claimed 10 people. Ebola, the subject of a number of movies and books, very scary, an airborne virus that causes people to very quickly break out into open wounds and sores that leak blood and they die. The flu. Pretty much everyone at some point has experienced the flu. our website in Canada gives us a lot of information on how to protect yourself from the flu, as well as information on why the flu shot is a good thing to have. So, are viruses living or non-living? For grade 11 biology, they are non-living. Some scientists disagree. To treat viral infections, people are exposed to vaccines. These vaccines will allow our body to produce antibodies. In grade 12 biology, we'll learn more about the immune system and how our body produces antibodies that either remain in your body for the remainder of your life or for a shorter period of time, requiring a booster shot. One of the viruses that we studied last year in grade 10 was the AIDS virus. The AIDS virus is actually called HIV. One of the interesting notes about HIV is that it is a retrovirus. So instead of using your typical DNA genetic material, it uses RNA. We'll explore AIDS and HIV and viruses in more detail when you return to class.